July the 4th, it was the USA declared independence. So 1776 will do away with 1984, which obviously we know we're in this 1984 nightmare at the moment. So I just thought, well, that's interesting. It caught my attention. So I thought I'd just have a quick read. Now, bear in mind, this was done on November the 2nd, the day before the election. So I'm going to read a couple of sentences out of the whole executive order. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. So you can go and research yourself on this one. But section 1, I want you to think about what it reminds you of, because I started giggling when I was reading this. Section 1, purpose. The American founding envisioned a political order in harmony with the design of the laws of nature and the nature's God, seeing the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness as embodied in the sanctioned by natural law and its traditions. The formation of the Republic around these principles mark a clear departure from previous forms of government, securing rights through a form of government that derives its legitimate power from the consent of the governed, which is really important. Throughout its natural life, our republic's exploration of the meaning of these principles has led it through the ratification and constitution, civil war, the abolishment of slavery, thank you, Reconstruction, and a series of domestic crises and world conflicts. Those events establish a clear historical record of an exceptional nation dedicated to the ideas and ideals of its founding. So that was one bit. So my ears pricked up there because I thought, well, that reminds me of something. That reminds me of Nasara Jassara, which we'll come on to. And then I read down, because there's a few other bits, and then I read down, it says the President's Advisory 1776 Commission, within 120 days of the date of this order, alarm bells, ding, 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 because we know Jassara Nasara, which is the National Economic Security and Recovery Act.
Yeah.
We know that they have to announce it within 120 days. So that straight away got forget the education thing, that straight away got my attention, because then I thought, well, hold on, let's look at this. This was put out on the 2nd of November. The election was on the 3rd. What did I show you? Donald Trump suddenly became a candidate.
Yeah.
Did the White Hats do this? Because I think they did.
You're absolutely right. I think you've just nailed it.
So I think...
He's announced as Jassara.
Yes, on the 3rd.
On the 3rd.
Well, on the 2nd, but it started the day of the election. So we are now currently in the 120 days of Nasara Jassara.
And it was done in an executive order.
Yes. So everybody's focusing on this election, but actually Donald Trump, because he's sort of not stepped down but stepped back, maybe the way they've done it is very clever.
Wow.
They've stepped back, massive boom, isn't it? It's got to be. 120 days. So anyway, so I'll carry on because I'm too excited. Right, so within 120 days of this order, the Secretary of Education shall establish in the Department of Education the President's Advisory 1776 Commission to better enable a rising generation to understand the history and the principles of the founding of the United States, 1776, and to strive to form a more perfect union. So it goes on. I'm going to read one last bit and then that's it. I'm done for that. So, because I don't want to be a storyteller. So you can go and have a look at this. It's on the White House website. The 1776 Commission shall be composed of not more than 20 members who shall be appointed by the President. Members shall serve a term of 2 years and shall not be removed except for inefficiency, neglect of duty, or I don't know how to pronounce the word
malfunction.
Maybe something like that. We'll go with that, Charlie. We'll go with that. The 1776 Commission may include individuals from outside the federal government and relevant experience or subject matter expertise. The 1776 Commission shall also include the following ex-officer members or such senior officials as those members may designate. So number one, the Secretary of State, the Secretary of Defence, the Secretary of Interior, the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, the Secretary of Education, the Assistant to the President for Domestic Policy, and the Assistant to the President of Intergovernmental Affairs, the 1776 Commission. That's Jazara.
And they announced it the day before the election, so nobody was watching.
Yeah, look here, not there. So get me glasses off again. So I honestly think we've cracked it. I think we are in the 120 days of Nasara.